You ever been sent to the shop as a man? Is it the loneliest walk in the world with your little list? Walking about like a little broken boy. I've got to go to the shop. I know I'm going to fuck this up. My wife said to me one Sunday a little while ago, "Ocado have let me down, babe, only you can help me out. You must go to the shop for me." I said, "Go and get my cape, sister. I'm your man," right? So she gave me a little list. And as I left the house, she said, "Drive to the big Sainsbury's." I said, "No, you're all right. I'm going to walk to the local one." So I get to the local Sainsbury's. I look at the list. The nice ham with the black pepper around the edge. Bollocks. I'm so terrified of going home without it. You have to phone up. "Hello, babe, all right?" Yeah. You know the nice ham with the black pepper around the edge? There's none here. I know I should have gone to the big Sainsbury's. But I'm here now, can we get through it? Have I moved them about a bit? You want me to move them about a bit, dear? What will that achieve? I'm not starting, I'm just saying, what will moving them about achieve? Oh, they go behind each other, do they? Okay, all right, let me just move 60 packets of ham across the... I have to go through this much. No, it's still not here. I know I should have gone to the big Sainsbury's. But can we get through it? Have I asked? You want me to ask, do you? What will that achieve? Oh, well, sometimes they get a delivery late on a Saturday night and they ain't got time to put it out on a Sunday. Right. So how would you know this, given that you worked in the arts for 25 years? I'm not starting, I'm just saying, how would you know the inner workings of Sainsbury's local? Oh, your mate told you, did she? Oh, well, if your mate told you, I better go and ask. And then I have to go and find this poor little Sunday boy here, like in his great big white shirt, his spotty face, his poor 0 hours contract. "Hello, mate, you all right?" My wife really likes the nice ham with the black pepper around the edge. There's none on the shelf, but she said that you get a delivery sometimes late Saturday and you ain't got time to put it out, so you might have some round the back. Is there any chance of having a look for me? I know I should have gone to the big Sainsbury's. You got told to fuck off a lot in the 70s, didn't you? Parents told you to fuck off, didn't they? If you got on their nerves too much, well, fuck off. I went into the front room once with a packet of Golden Wonder crisps. My dad's trying to watch the news. The first crunch. He went, "Will you fuck off with them crisps?" So I fucked off. I never tell my son to fuck off. "What's that? You want to go ape? You want to go to go ape, do you? You and 10 mates? Yeah, that's okay. GBK afterwards? Yeah, GBK afterwards. Then the cinema? Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Let me go and get £3,000 out the bank." I'm not going to say to him, "Tell you what, fuck off, will you? Can't play football around the flats." I like children. I think they're great, and I think it's great that we don't hit them anymore. That's a big move forward, isn't it? I mean, nobody hits their children anymore, which is what makes it so funny when you see it, isn't it? Really? I saw a double clip round the ear hole. A couple of years ago, we were on our way to Puerto Palenza, Mallorca. That's how you say it. We're at the airport, it's a busy Saturday in August. Everyone's very stressed out. This man's travelling with his 2 children. He's obviously under some pressure. He's trying to get through passport control. His kids are facing the wrong way, probably fighting over something electrical. The man said, "I can't let you through, can't see their faces." He said, "Give me a second." He leant out, he went, "Bosh, bosh." One got the front, one got the back. I thought I'd said this in my head, but I went, oh, quality. I said, that is quality, mate. Respect. The way you've done that, proper. Because you go in a pub now, and the children just run around, don't they? These parents going, run off, nebulizer, run off! Santander, go and play! Go and play with winter and summer! You can't say nothing, can you? You have to sit there and put up with it. The cool liberal parents, run off, children, run off. You can't go up and say, excuse me, I know we think you're cool liberal parents, but we actually think you're cunt lazy parents. So if you could just round your fuckwit children up, I could enjoy this scampi in a basket a bit more. The revolution will be televised. So some downsides to having a bit of success. Here's a big one. I'm not allowed to steal anymore. You heard this? And as you know, round here, we like a little tickle. I was brought up by professional thieves. My old man was semi-professional. Oh, he's proper, me dad. I'd go out shopping with him, and I'd be sort of like, I'd walk in the shop, I'd pick something, I'd go, I like that, Dad, that's all right, that, and I really like that. He'd go, yeah, put it back, we'll see. Put it back, we'll see. I walk out the shop, he'd go, there you go, son. That's for you, is that thing you want? Thanks, Dad. Gerbil. Yeah, because I've been sort of stealing at a low level most of my adult life. I like stealing sandwiches. Because I don't know if you've ever been in a service station, but when I first started doing the stand-up, you're sort of like up and down the motorway, and the cost of the sandwiches, I thought, I'm not having it. So I started nicking them, right? I don't know if you know why they're so expensive. It's because most people who work in service stations at the moment are addicted to crystal meth. They are. They're addicted to meth. It's mad, isn't it? I know you're going, fucking hell, I never knew about that, bruv. It's because of the isolation and the dislocation, they don't feel part of mainstream society. They're very vulnerable to dealers. It was on the One show the other night. She came out, she said, coming up next to report, Daddy, about addiction to crystal meth in a service station at the moment. I know, it's uncanny, isn't it? I'm thinking, how does he do it? How did he just lock into accents like that? Bosh, he's straight in. Because what they do is they get up in the morning, they have a little bang on the pipe, and then they do the pricing up. They're all up their nut, and that's why when you pick a sandwich up, you go, fucking hell! Have a look at the cost of that sandwich. £4.70 for a cheese and pickle sandwich. And you're in such a daze, you just go and buy it, don't you? You just go. For the next few days, you keep looking at people. How much do you reckon I'll pay for a cheese and pickle sandwich? I don't know. I'm asking you! How much? £3.50, £4.70, bang liberty, bang liberty. So I've been stealing them for about 15 years, right? I love it, because I had all my own little techniques. I used to have a little hat on my head, right? I'd walk past the sandwiches, right? I'd have a little look in, and the hat would fall off, and I'd go, oh, my hat! And as I picked the hat up, I would just push it down over a sandwich, lift it out, bosh, out the building. You ain't got to take these ideas on, just introducing you to them, that's all. But when we had the bit of success, we were called in by the promoter, right, because we were about to go off on a massive UK tour, and he sat me down. We had a bit of a meeting, didn't we? The promoter said, we've had a little bit of a whisper that you steal sandwiches when you're on the road. I had to front it out, didn't I? I said, yeah, I do. What's your problem? Got a bit tasty, bruv. Got a bit tasty, right? The promoter said, I'll tell you our problem. We can't have a couple of 1,000 people waiting to see you. You're nicked down to a sandwich. We'd have to give everyone their money back. The insurance people won't pay out. Do you see our problem? I said, all right, don't fucking go on about it. I'll give it a miss. And I left. I nicked a pen. It's a big quality one, right? And, so I stayed strong for about 80 days. I didn't nick nothing, right? The Lord, he did guide me. Led me by the hand into a righteous way. So I ain't, thank God. So I did still nothing, right? Nothing for 80 days. But then, walking around the service station on the way to Cardiff, right? I saw them there. 2 mini pork pies. And on the packet, it said pocket-sized. Teas in A&A, teas in A&A. Because there's another thing that'll happen. Every now and then I just become Afro-Caribbean, innit, right? Because when I was growing up in the 70s, a lot of my mates were from the West Indies and they were the coolest kids in school, and this is how they used to walk. Limp drag, limp drag, limp drag. And they taught me how to walk like it. Limp drag, limp drag. And you got to admit, it's a cool walk, isn't it, the limp drag? But you've got to have a lot of time on your hands for the limp drag. Because if you're in a rush, shit, it is. It's like, get away, you wait for school, get him. You've got to have a lot of time on your hands. I used to walk along the Bethnal Green Road. What happened, mother? What happened? Well, you're wearing one of your fucking trainers out a bit lively, ain't you? No vex me, you pussy cloth, no vex! So, I've nicked the 2 mini pork pies. That's the top and bottom of it. I'm in the queue now. We're paying for the other bits. I'm going through changes now, and I'm thinking, oh, you maniac, what have you done? I'm waiting for the tap on the shoulder. They always get you at the checkout, don't they? Well, come with me, sir. I'm thinking, right, get your story straight, Flanagan. What are you going to tell these people? Cry for help. Touched as a child. Yeah. I was on It's a Knockout. But the tap don't come. Bosh, we got away with it. We got out of the building, me and Barry, the tour manager, we got out of the building, right, we got a flash motor that we take on tour. We got in the flash motor. I turned to Barry, I went, bow, have a look. I've had 2 mini pork pies away. 1 each, bow. Halvesy, innit? Halvesy. I ain't greedy, bow. You weren't impressed. Oh, he went right the other way. He said, what a stupid thing to do. I've never seen anything so more ridiculous in all my life. He said, life could not be working out better for you at the moment. The tour is selling out, the DVD's coming out soon. You're putting it all at risk for 2 mini pork pies. He said, I don't understand it, and I don't understand why you look so proud of yourself either. I said, Bal, I ain't proud, mate. I ain't proud of nicking 2 mini pork pies. But this family-sized bottle of red sauce, Bal. Come on. Gotta get some respect for that, eh? How could we have a pork pie without red sauce? Because this has changed. Everything's changed. I've changed. Messed about most of the 80s, chasing women, wasting my life. It wasn't that much of a waste. Woke up, late 1989. I woke up, I brushed this cocaine off the table. Thought, oh, what the fuck have I done there? Could have masturbated again. It's a very glamorous drug. Anyway, I went back to evening classes. I went back to night school. Via the Open University, I eventually went to full-time university. Yes, I was enjoying it, but the accent's causing problems again. I'm speaking up during the lecture. I know everyone's thinking, fucking hell, the window cleaner's keen, isn't he? But I've got a degree in the social sciences. And I tried to go back and do some good because I'm a very giving person. I don't stop giving. People say to me sometimes, what about you, Mick? I say, it don't matter about me. It's the others. I decided to help out. I thought I'd go back and help the kids. I'm from the hood. I can connect with these kids. Be a teacher. Because I'd seen the films, you know, with Sidney Poitier. Where they go into the tough inner city comp and they turn it around. And it's all, well done, sir. Thank you for turning up. You changed everything. The reality is, they shit in your desk. It's a morale crusher, the shit in the desk. Oh, that's lovely. I suppose the thing was I had to be a grown-up, and that was hard for me. I'm not the most grown-up person in the world. I'm walking down the corridor on my first day. Fat kid fell over. I'm on him like a shot. Bundle! How can you not? They had an inclusive policy. For those of you who don't know this, this means that you have a whole range of abilities in your classroom. You have the very intelligent ones and you have the more challenged ones as well. They say it's not a problem, just differentiate your material. They'll stay on board. So the bright ones, 10 tough questions, bosh, that's them done. The more challenged ones, I just used to let them spin in my chair. I know it sounds a bit harsh, but I was under pressure. I kept asking, I'll spin in your chair, son. Yes, you can. I shall spin you. There you go. I'm like the geezer on the waltzer. I'm spinning kids for money. It's funny, isn't it? It's a horrible word, isn't it? Slag. No one says it anymore. Thank God for that. Slag, people used to say. See her, she's a slag. Some poor cat slept with 3 people. What a slag. It's fantastic that it's been kicked into touch. Women can do what they like now. I was watching a show the other night called Sex Box. Very good show. And there was a very nice young girl on there, and she said to the presenter, I love cock. She said, I like a big cock as well. And I quite like a pounding from a big cock. I thought the world has definitely changed in my time. That's got to be a funny old walk into work in the morning, isn't it? I saw you on the telly last night, Trace. You came across lovely, you did. You came across lovely. Your hair looked nice. Did your mum and dad watch it? Did your mum and dad watch it? So, I'm making the sandwich. I thought, right, let's set the mood. Let's have a little bit of a mood enhancer. Let's have a little bit of ambiance. Now, I've been through the radio stations in my life, like a lot of people in my age. I started off with Radio 1 when I was young and funky and happening. When I grew up a bit, I went to Radio 2. Let's grow up. I tried 3. Christ knows what all that's about. And sometimes I listen to 4. But a few years ago, I made a discovery and I found the station I really love. Magic FM! My easy listening channel. You can reach me by sailboat. Climb a tree and swing rope to rope. I don't care how you get here, Jules. Get here if you can. If you're not into magic, do yourself a favour and get into it. Because you put it on and you relax. Before you know it, you're just walking about. It's nice, isn't it? And they're like your mate as well. They talk to you during the day. If you live on your own, they're great. I was doing my ironing the other day. The chap said, we'll be playing John Denver next. Yeah, that's okay with you. Yeah, stick it on, bruv. You do whatever you like. Just action. They They have to do the news. They don't want to do the news because they know it'll upset you. But they are professional, crafty. They slip it in. Chap said the other day, passenger carrying aircraft has crashed into the Atlantic Ocean. Rescue services say there is little hope of finding any survivors. But never you mind, here's Bill Withers, a lovely day. When I wake up in the morning, Lou, and the sunlight hurts mine. You're back in, bosh. You're untouchable with magic. So I'm sitting there. Sandwiches made, cup of tea's made. Listen to what the geezer said on the magic. He went, a bit of a medical report here. Those of you who've been eating more than 20 grams of processed meat on a daily basis for the last 30 years have got a 13% higher chance of getting pancreatic cancer. Here's Terry Jackson, Seasons in the Sun. We had joy, we had fun, we had seasons in the sun, but the joy... Goodbye to you, my trusted friend. But, Toby, talk about made me paranoid because I thought, that is me, that statistic. I've been growing up eating this meat all my life. Of all the things I didn't think I had to worry about in the 70s, I worried about the IRA, VD. No, you know what I should have been worried about? Spam. That little tin of spam in the cupboard. Murdering tin of spam. Because I grew up eating this meat. Like a lot of mums, my mum was skint on a Thursday. And she'd say to me, pop round the corner shop, get me a nice big tin of spam. Tell her you'll pay her Friday. And I'd be halfway down the stairs and then the worst request would come. And while you're round there, get me a packet of Dr. White's. Number 3. Now, this is the request I didn't want to hear. Because when you're 9 years old, you know it's something to do with the toilet area, but you're not sure what. You feel a bit ashamed, don't you? But you can't hide Dr. White's. You've got to come back with them on your shoulder, loud and proud. You've got to bowl back through the flats. You've got to front it out. There's only 4 in there. And the old boys would go past, oh, Mikey, Michael. Mummy on the blob again, is she? Comes round lively sun, doesn't it? I don't know what that means, Albert. For the younger people in the room who don't know what I'm talking about, the Dr. White was the sanitary towel of choice for the girl about town in the 1970s. But they didn't have any wings. They had a belt. It hung on the back of the bathroom door. It went through the front loop, through the back loop, she tied it off, bosh, sorted. But she wasn't going rollerblading, that's for sure. She certainly weren't going swimming, boom, straight to the bottom. A lot of women weren't allowed out. There was a certain man who wouldn't have it. He'd come in the pub, proper, Saturday night. All right, Ted, Mary coming out. Not tonight, no. She'd only cause an atmosphere. So I am properly paranoid now. I think I'm a sick man, I bet I've got that. So I phoned up the doctors, got through, got an appointment. And I don't go to the doctors a lot. I try and avoid it like the plague. I don't like lying. Could you tell me your alcohol consumption, Mr. Flanagan? I could, yes. I'm not going to. I went walking in. I've not met this doctor before. He said, I've seen you on the TV a number of times. I said, never mind about all that, mate. I'm riddled with cancer. He said, blimey, how'd you know? I said, it was on Magic the other day. And they don't mess about. Now look lively, no time to lose. He said, you've got yourself in a bit of a state, my friend, haven't you? He said, and I'm going to give you some reassurance today. We'll do your heart rate, we'll do your blood pressure. And he said, and while I've got you here, let's give your prostate a little tickle, shall we? Now this is the sentence no middle-aged man wants to hear. You certainly don't want to hear the word tickle in it. It's a bit unprofessional as it happens. And when a man tells you he's going to do this, you look at his hands. And who have I got? Pat Jennings. Pat Jennings, the biggest hands in professional football. Why can't I get Jeremy Beadle? Why can't I get the little hand? No, I get Jennings. He could see I was in a bit of a state. He said, get up on that table over there, my friend. He said, pull your trousers and pants right down round your ankles and bring your knees tight to your chest and relax. I said, yeah, that's what I'll do, bruv. So why don't you get me a copy of Grazia from the waiting room? I'll have a little read while you're doing it, yeah? This is where it all got a bit bizarre, because he went over to his workstation area there, and he put the glove on. I heard the pump of the lube. And he sort of bounded across the thing. He sort of came across a bit like a sword fence or something, like a ballet dance. He sort of went... And he landed right on my shoulder. His full weight come down. I thought, blimey, he's going to shear me, isn't he? I think he was trying to make me feel secure. And as the finger went in, could have been a finger, could have been a pedal bin for all I know. I've got no sense of perspective down there. Oh, and there was an awkward silence in the room. There's no greater awkward silence in the world than when a man's rummaging around in your arsehole. Oh, it's a tough one. He's having a proper sweep. And to break the awkward silence, he says to me, oh, but of course, I could never do your job. And I was thinking, oh, I wonder if he wants to wank me off. But we do get on very, very well. Now, one of her favourite things is to go to a restaurant. She loves the restaurant. She's very middle class. She loves the restaurant. She says, can we go to a restaurant? And I say, of course we can. And we go to the restaurant. She says, isn't it a lovely ambiance? And I say to her, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I've worked out what an ambiance is. It's a night out without poor people. It's the people with a few quid saying, can we just have one night without the poor people turning up? You know what they're like, they'll be banging a couple of spoons together, singing My Man's a Dustman, creating an atmosphere. You know they love an atmosphere. Russ Abbott said it. I'm trying to enjoy the ambience, but it's somewhat spoilt for me. I've noticed there's no tomato sauce on the table. My wife looked at me. She said, you're going to ask for tomato sauce, aren't you? I said, of course I am. I'm having the risotto. Can't eat risotto without red sauce. It's too dry. It's dangerous. It's a health and safety issue. You've got to zhuzh it up, as Jamie says. Zhuzh it up. A bit of red sauce. So I said to the waitress, excuse me, have you got any ketchup in the building? She looked at me like I'm the biggest pleb who's ever walked in that restaurant. She walked off. She came back with what she'd rustled up. Hot about that big, 2 chipfuls of tomatoes. She tried to put it down and walk away like she's doing a drug deal. I stopped and said, oh, don't rush off, love. Don't go anywhere. And I took a sip of it. And I looked her in the eye. I said, yes, I'll have a bottle, please. We're very happy now. We don't argue over the big stuff anymore. We've done all that. We argue over bollocky things now. Unnecessary things. She gets herself a bag of kettle chips on a Sunday, and it's a sight to behold, because she straps this bag to her face. Whoosh! The noise coming out of this bag. She's chomping on these crisps, clugging Chardonnay. She's got Downton Abbey on. She's crying her eyes out. And suddenly there's about 8 crisps left. She says, go and hide them, save me from myself. She says, save me from myself. I don't have to go and hide these 8 crisps. I go, all right, I'll put them. And I hide them. And I sit back down the settee. Half hour later, she goes, "Oh, go and get those last few. I might as well have them." And I say, "You sure? Because you said to save you from yourself." She says, "So what you saying then? You saying I'm getting fat? You seen the state of yourself lately? You fat fucker, do you imagine? Imagine how I feel to have you climbing on top of me. Do you imagine how that feels?" All right, I'll get the crisps. Every August the 31st, we have this little argument. I'll get up in the morning and the eating's on. I go down, I go, "Babe, you know the eating's on?" Yeah. She says, "There was a morning chill." I say, "Yeah, that's called the morning. You put a jumper on and it warms up a bit." "Oh, no, I had to have a blast. I had to have a blast." Because this is what I don't understand about her. She's into the Soil Association. We send money off to the polar bears. She's a ferocious recycler. Nothing gets by her. I'm not so keen. I got the peanut butter jar the other day. It's a long job, the peanut butter jar, innit? It's like a triple soaker, innit? Get in there with that green pad. I just fucked it in the bin. Yeah. Pushed it down and covered it over. No need to be mad, is there? I don't know how she found it. I have no idea. She must have been looking for a receipt or something. Oh, she came in, she had a face like thunder. She comes, "Stop it! Is this you? Is this you? Don't care about that little boy's future, the planet he's going to inherit from us." I said, "You know what, babe, I'm a bit confused. I don't know if we're killing the planet or saving it. Because I can't throw a peanut butter jar in the bin, but it's okay for us to live in a kiln. A house so hot, parrots are flying round in the front room. I have to sit on the settee in my pants with a fan on my face. She's got a jumper on. I said, "Ain't you hot?" "No, it's beautiful in here." And this extends to every area of our life. She's always freezing cold, I'm always roasting hot. The bed has been a torture chamber. When we got the new house, I said to her, "How big a bed can you get nowadays?" She said, "Oh, you can get really big beds now. They're called Super Kings." I said, "We're having one. These are big beds." I can't even see the woman. It's over there somewhere. I say, "Are we going asleep or what?" And she flicks the lamp on and off. Tells me to fuck off in Morse code. I'd have fallen asleep on my own side. Oh, lovely and cool on my own side. I wake up 2 hours later, roasting, because she's made her way across the bed to stick to the back of me to generate heat. And we're laying there like the Ready Brek children, glowing. I was like, "Get on your own side, get on your own side." She said, "I am on my own side." I say, "How can you be on your own side? I've got one hand on the fucking floor here, keeping me in the bed." "I am on my own side." And I have to reach over to pat the huge expanse beyond and say, Look what you have!" She rolls away. "You're so selfish," she says. This goes on throughout the night. I wake up shattered. But you can't carry it on during the day, can you? You can't go up to someone during the day. You're going to stay on your own side of the bed tonight. Shut up. Grow up, will you? Grow up. Starving in Africa. But we don't argue in front of the boy. This is one of her golden rules. Do not argue in front of that little boy. If I raise my voice half an octave, she's on me. "Oi, shh." "Shush," she says, "shush." She says, "I'll tell you what, when he goes to bed, me and you'll have a little chat, shall we?" He wonders why he's watching news at 10 with me. Dad, I'm tired. I've got school in the morning. No, you got to know about current affairs. It's very... Now, I've wanted to change my brain over the years, adjust little bits, put things right. But the bit I've really wanted to change over my lifetime is the wanking bit. I'd love to have just turned it down a few notches. Because it's a sickness, isn't it? You wake up about 12 years old and you think, oh, I've got to have a wank. And it never goes away. You spend the rest of your life just thinking, oh, I've got to have a wank. And I first started wanking back in the 70s when you had to use your imagination. No pornography in the 70s. You had to go in the baker's. Look at the baker's girl, look at her tits for a little while. And you went home and you laid on the bed. Right, OK, how does this work out? You pop in the baker's. You say to her, how'd you get the jam in the donuts? She says, come round the back, I'll show you. Go round the back. She's pumping the jam in the donuts. You look at her and say, could I pump something in you? She says, I thought you'd never ask. And you give her one over the top of the custard tarts. Yeah, that's it. And it's a strange thing, wanking. It's so deeply entrenched in a man. Every situation he gets in, he sees as a potential wanking situation. I got my hair cut the other day, right? And when I turned up, they sent out the shampoo girl. You know, the little thick one, they don't need the scissors. She came out. Hello, sir! Have you been on holiday, sir? And she took me off to a private room, which I thought was a bit suspect. And she was washing my hair normally at first. She's scrubbing it away, giving it a scrub. Suddenly, she slowed right down. I thought, oh, she wants to wank me off. Typical. I did me back in, right, about a year ago. I had to go and see an osteopath, a trained woman, professional. We're in a surgery, there's certificates all around the room. She's got a tunic on. But I'm on a table, and I, with no shirt on, with a woman. And there was a little part of my brain that kept thinking, ooh, I wonder if she does want to wank me off. Everyone likes a bit of cash in hand, don't they? Because there are young men in this room who don't realise what men of my age have had to put up with. We've seen everything change. We caught the fag end of when men were in charge. Properly in charge. I've got a pair of bollocks and a day job, I must be in charge. They used to walk about, doing nothing. Walk about in their pants. They come home, they put the money on the table, and they walked about in their pants. My old man did nothing. If he shut a cupboard door, he thought he was helping out. Shut that door for you, Sylvie. I'm going down a pub for a week. That's when men could go down the pub without asking. Man had the right to go down the pub. Oh, man, he'd be sitting there in his big chair. We're all lined up on the sofa like that. My mum's up on nut and Valium over there. She don't know what day it is. He's sitting there. The Oneiding line would come on. And he'd look at us and go, fuck that. Straight out the door. Wouldn't even say ta-ta. If you want to go down the pub now as a man, you've got to ask. You've got to be considerate. If you want to go out Friday, you've got to take a long run up. You've got to start weighing her up Monday, Tuesday. How is she? How is she in herself? Because this is the key to a woman. You'll see women say to each other, how are you in yourself? And men stand there, you don't know what you're talking about. Because a woman will go through changes through the night even. She goes to bed all right. She wakes up in the morning. She looks in the mirror and says, oh, no. I'm only having a fat, ugly day. And she comes and finds you to tell you. You land on the settee, trying to watch the planet's funniest animals. She comes and gets in your face. Look at me. Look at me. I'm having a fat, ugly day here. You're not trained for this stuff. You don't know what to say. Well, don't go out then. Come away from that window. We'll never sell the house. Come away from the window. Because a man's got a decision to make. What sort of a woman he's going to end up with? In the sexual arena, it's very varied. Women have got a huge sexual range, because you'll meet a woman, she's fantastic in bed. Do what you like, sort yourself out, son. But what runs parallel with this, she's fucking mental. She's prone to attack. She's got her own mood swing in the front garden. You don't know what's going on. But you're thick as shit. You're a man, you're getting good sex. You start thinking, I'll get myself a stab-proof vest. Crash helmet. I'm gonna get one of them taser sticks. Keep her up. But then you meet a nice one, kind, caring, can't do enough for you. She says, do you want a sandwich? Do you want a sandwich, babe? You don't want a sandwich. Well, when do you want your sandwich? But she's useless in bed. She's having none of it. Don't point that at me. Who do you think you are, a porn star? Put it away. He's thinking, well, she does make a nice sandwich. I like a sandwich. Maybe I could see a prostitute a couple of times here or something. And the alcohol thing has changed everything as well, because women used to be taken out every now and then. Do you want to come out, babe? You know, and sit there laughing at all me stupid jokes. You know, she got a few little, I don't know, a Dubonnet or something. And the man got tanked up and she had to worry about him. Whereas now, it's gone right the other way. Thank God women have said, you know what, you getting drunk? I'll fucking show you how to get drunk. Thank God for it. So you go to a party with a friend there, having a little chat. Well, you know, he got it in the nut, the geezer, didn't he? Someone comes over and says, God, the wife's had a few, ain't she? You go, oh, for fuck's sake. Here we go. You walk down the hallway, have a look in the front room. She's off her nut. She's dancing up there. Come on, everyone! Let's have a conga! She's trying to get the garden door open. She thinks it's 1972. And you go over, you go, do you think you should slow down a bit, love? Shut up. I'm enjoying myself. Come and have a dance with me, come on. The wine consumption is what's done it. The wine industry have convinced women this is not a drink to enjoy with a meal. No. Start banging away nice and early with this. It's 12% proof. What harm could happen? If I turned up to a party with a can of special brew, questions would be asked. Well, I go, all right then, Mick. But women, up half 7, bosh, there's your first one. 2 or 3 before they leave the house, then they get there, couple of chilled bottles of wine, bang, bang, here we go. Looks sophisticated at 7:30. Ooh! Gillian's drinking Pinot Noir! But at 1:30 in the morning, when you're holding her little hand, and she's crouched over a drain, pulling her knickers to one side, pissing like a camel, giving you a hard time. What'd you let me drink all that wine for? It's gone right through me, that Pinot Noir. What year was it? It's great, though. It's great that we've got to that point. And you get her home. She gets a second wind. Ooh, come upstairs, come and sort me out upstairs. Oh, no. But you go up and you jump on because you're a good man. And then you hear in the darkness, I'm going to be sick. It's a dilemma for a man. You don't know if to hurry up or go and get a bowl. You don't know what to do. My wife's terrified about my health. She's always worried. She looked at me the other day. She said, what you going to do if you have a stroke? I said, oh, that's cheerful, isn't it? I said, never mind what I'm going to do. What are you going to do? I said, you've got to act fast. You've seen the advert. Face, arm, feet. Got to go. She said, that's how you wind up 2 or 3 times a week. What am I supposed to do? I said, all right, there's no need for that. I said, anyway, what you worried about me having a stroke for? She said, oh, I read a thing in the paper the other day about the number of men who have a stroke and that, and they can't sort of make the financial decisions, they can't release the money from the account. And the wife ends up skint. I said, oh, here we go, we're getting to the heart of the matter now. So we went to a solicitor and I've more or less signed a letter saying that should I become incapacitated and unable to make sound financial decisions, she gets all the money and she can do what she likes with it. It's left me a little bit paranoid. I keep getting this terrible vision of me by the sunny window. With a bit of potato on me chin. And her coming in a new outfit and a new bag and me, oh, fucking hell! A new bag! You don't need a new bag! I know it's a bit strong, this bit, isn't it? I know you're right. So it's me having the stroke here, by the way. You don't fucking need a new bag! Why you got a fucking bag? Mrs. Flanagan, whenever you turn up, your husband gets really, really stressed out. He does. You, however, look fantastic yet again. Is that a Marnie? So, consequently, because my wife's worried about my health, we end up sort of living this slightly sort of like a monastery. There's no treats in the house. Never any treats. Nothing. A rice cake if I'm lucky. But I came in the other day and I think she felt a bit guilty. She looked at me, she said, oh, there's a treat in the cupboard for you. I thought, aye, aye, wagon wheel. Lion bar. Crunchy. Ooh. Love a crunchy. Just when you think it's finished, you think, aye, aye. Aye, aye, aye. I've opened the cupboard up. What's there? Some dried dates. When did they become a treat? Sort of shit that turned up every Christmas, weren't it? In the long box with the stick. So you couldn't go, who eats these, Mum? Who actually eats these? You used to say on the box, eat me. You go, no fucking way. I'm not eating that. It's in Equality Street over here. What do you think, I'm thick? Thank you. Thank you very much. Good evening, everybody. How nice it is to be in Brighton. Oh, this is where we come from South East London to relax. And it does make you relax, come to Brighton, doesn't it? Because you get on the train in South East London, you're all stressed out, and you get to Brighton, you get off the train, and you look down the hill, and all the stresses and strains start to leave you.
Quite a lot of the ambition as well. You're barely in Brighton 2 hours and you're starting to think, I'm going to go part-time. Very nice to be here. I actually come from the East End of London. Like most East End kids, I messed up my education because they left the gate open. I went to a tough inner-city comp with low expectations. In the third year, the careers officer turned up and he asked us what we'd like to do with our lives. The most ambitious kid in the class is Gary Hutton, because he wants to drive a van. We erupted. We're like, you dreamer, Hutton. You's never gonna drive a van. You have to write to Jimmy Savile for that stuff, man. No kid from this school has ever gone on to drive a van. Come on out, and you know why this school is here. This school is here to produce the people who carry the stuff to the van. Seemed like a long time ago, my school memories. In my 40s now, getting tired, don't go out much anymore. I've reached the point, if I queue up to get into a nightclub, and the bouncer says you can't come in, I just look at him and say, oh, thanks, mate. My feet are absolutely killing me, they are. And I've got a very good book on the go at the moment, I have. It's excellent. Chesil Beach. Because I've got some young friends and they talk me into it. They say, come out the weekend, Mick. Come out, man. Come on. It's mental, man. And I end up going out with them. End up in a queue to get into a nightclub, a queue. They love the queue. Queue is a sign the club is happening, man. Look at the queue. I'm in the queue thinking, we're never going to get a seat in there. I bet it's noisy in there. DJs don't like it if you go up. Do you do requests? Yeah, can you just turn it down a bit for me? Trying to talk to my mate about his divorce settlement over here. Can't actually remember the last time I ended up out. You know what I mean by this, don't you? The fact that in the UK we drink so much, we have different levels of being out, different types. I'll talk you through them. You pop out just to go to the shops, you've got to get a couple of bits, and you bump into a friend who says, should we have a quick drink? And you go, yeah, only a quick one, though, because I'm very busy. 3 hours later, you're still in the pub. And then what happens is the evening people come in. These people are going out properly. These people are going what we like to call out. Now, the out people come up to you, don't they? And they go, you going to come out with us? And you go, I can't come out. I didn't even come out. I only popped out. The out people don't want to hear this. They look at you, they go, look, you popped out. You've ended up out. You may as well come out. If you've got just the right amount of alcohol in your system, you look at them, you go, you know what? I'm coming out. 5 hours later, you're in some horrendous nightclub. Sinatra's or Cinderella's, some hellhole. You're drunk now. And you feel you've got a crazy story for everybody. And you walk up to people. You go, do you know what? I didn't even come out. I only popped out. Now look at me. I'm out. I think the reason you feel so compelled to keep telling this rather long-winded story, because you're standing there in your carpet slippers. With a pint of milk and a cut loaf. Now, we have dinner parties now. We invite our friends around for the evening, have dinner parties, but sometimes we treat ourselves to a restaurant. My wife's middle class. She loves a restaurant. She likes the ambiance. She would say to me within 5 minutes in a restaurant, isn't it a lovely ambiance? I said, I don't know what you're talking about. I've just copped for the price of the piece. She says, no, it's a lovely ambiance. I've worked out what an ambiance is. It's a night out without poor people, isn't it? Basically, you're saying, could we put the prices up just high enough to keep the poor people away? I want someone banging a couple of spoons together, singing Mild Man's a Dustman at sunset, causing an atmosphere. It's the ambiance we're looking for. So, we're in this rather fancy French restaurant. Something is ruining the ambiance for my liking. There's no tomato sauce on the table. Setting up the very awkward situation where I've now got to ask for tomato sauce. My wife's looking at me. She said, please don't ask for tomato sauce. I said, I've got to have tomato sauce. I've just ordered the risotto. You can't eat risotto without red sauce. It's too dry. All the juice has been taken out of it. It's a health and safety issue. So I said to the waitress, rather stroppy-looking waitress, I said, excuse me, do you have any ketchup in the building? She's looked at me like I'm some horrendous pleb. She went off to the kitchen. I saw her making her way back with a little pot she'd rustled up. This big, about this big. 2 chipfuls, basically. She's tried to put it on the table and walk away like she's doing some sort of drug deal or something, you know. It's all secretive. I stopped her. I said, don't go anywhere, love. Don't go anywhere. And I took a sip of it. And I looked at her and I said, yes, I'll have a bottle, please. People of Brighton, you've been absolutely lovely. Enjoy the rest of the show. Thank you very much for listening to me. Thank you very much.
You seem like a nice couple there, with hands all over each other. You holding on to his hand? Yeah, is he straight? How long have you been married, or are you married, or... I should never assume. This is Southend, anything can fucking go on. Are you just a couple? Fantastic. How long has it been? Couple of years. Have you called each other a cunt yet? Because if you've not, you're running out of time, to be honest with you. Do you live together? Do you live together? No, of course you ain't called each other a cunt. You know, pops round for the midweek match, doesn't he, eh? User. So, how did you meet, if you don't mind me asking?
Out.
Out? All right. You out, or were you out? Because if you were just out, I like your work. But if you're out, fair enough. Because we've got different levels of being out. I don't know if you know. You can pop out to go to the shops. Couple of bits. That's the way I'll pop out. You can do whatever way you like. You bump into a mate, he says, let's have a quick one. Come on, cheeky pint. I go, only a quick one, I'm double busy. 5 hours later, you're still in the pub, talking nonsense, getting a bit tanked up. The evening people come in. We're going out properly. They say, you're coming out with us? So, I can't come out. I didn't even come out. They look you squarely in the eye, they don't want to hear it. They say, look, you popped out. You've ended up out. You might as well come out. And you look them in the eye. You know what? I'm coming out. 5 hours later, you're in some nightclub. Out of your nut. You don't know what day it is. But you've got a crazy story. You walk up to people, listen. I didn't even come out. Only popped out. Now look at me. I'm out. The reason you tell them this long-winded story, because you're standing there in your carpet slippers with a pint of milk and a cut loaf. Yeah. Thank you, people. Very nice of you. I used to chase women quite a lot. Things were different back then, you know. It was like you had to go out on the hunt as a man back then, back in the 70s. You had to put a nice splash of Paco Rabanne on. You stand there with your mates. There was no Facebook, none of this nonsense back then. You went in cold. You went in cold. You're there with your mates Friday night. You've had a couple of pints of lager. Got your shirt ironed, jeans pressed. You say to your mates, look, I'm going to go and get them birds over. When I bring them back, don't mess it up. Walk over to them. Evening, ladies. I know it must have hurt when you fell from heaven. Maybe if our friends and I could ease the pain by buying you a few drinks. No, fair enough. Come on, we're going. We're only coming here on lesbian night, aren't we? It's very nice that women don't have to worry about this nonsense now being pulled. It's great, isn't it, that they fancy you. You're in a nightclub or something, you're chatting to her. She says, look, shut up. Shut up. I'm going to sleep with your brother. Calm down. Takes you home and uses you. And you wake up in the morning a bit dishevelled. The cat's looking at you. The judgmental cat on the pine dresser. But the worst thing has happened in all the commotion. You've forgotten her name. Now, I'm a bit old-fashioned. I think if you chomped on someone's fanny, you should remember their name, you know what I mean? It's a little bit of a rule of mine. So, go downstairs, go through the post. Thinking. I'm a thinker. Crafty cockney. Oh, just have a look here. Oh, I can't call her the occupier. That'd be a bit much. But I'm not so old-fashioned. I don't think if you've slept with someone very quickly, there still might be something there beyond the lust. So you tend to go out for a date, don't you, on the Wednesday night after work. You don't want to mess your weekend up. You go express. Pizza Express, not the hut. Too soon for the hut. Hut comes later. It's got to be express early days. Marbling table flour. It's all going on. Now she's thinking, this geezer's all right as it happens. He's a bit of a stunner. He's not bad in the bedroom. Then you start proving you've got half a brain and all. She thinks he's a potential boyfriend. Ooh. Ooh, potential boyfriend. Suddenly you're getting this speech halfway through the 4 seasons. Listen, can I assure you, it's not my usual practice to sleep with men as quickly as I happen to have slept with you. And I'm like, relax, homeowner.